You're listening to the Farmyard Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Farmyard and Farmyard's Mighty Network. And this is episode number 2026. Okay, so how many of you out there have a body electrician? Yep, that's what I said. I said a body electrician. What is a body electrician? Well, I keep on telling you that I have absolutely the coolest of cool friends, seriously. And I had a little episode on Friday. I'm an empath and I absorb a lot of energy, and there's a lot of energy out there that isn't so wholesome to be absorbing. You know, all the violence that's happening, all the infections, all the disease. Well, on Friday, I wound up in the hospital. My heart started pounding. And I got a vision that looked like I was looking out of a kaleidoscope. So I went to the hospital. It was the first time in 35 years I've been to the hospital. Never had really the need for any type of pharmaceuticals. And bingo, I'm in what they call an Institute of Health, quote unquote. Very frightening. Very, very frightening when you ask for peanut butter and they give you hydrogenated soybean oil. I mean, you know, this is an Institute of Health, right? Food is the nature of beings. I mean, if we're not eating good food, we're not going to be healthy. And here you are in an Institute of Health and they're feeding you poison food. So I get out of the hospital and I contact my friends and they said, hey, you got to send us over some hair samples and we are going to do a scan on a molecular level, and we're going to tell you exactly what's going on with your body. I said, okay, no problem. I said, let's do that, but also let's do a podcast because I know nothing about this. So this way I could ask all the right questions because I know nothing about it, and we could all learn together, all right? And I will then share my body electricians with all of you. So these are my dear friends, Will Spencer and Del Ann Watts, and I'm going to bring them on right now. You there, guys? There they are.
Okay, here we are.
My body electricians. So I'm going to get rid of my video, and I'm going to get rid so that you are the only ones on the screen, so that you guys, so I could pin you up there, right? And you guys can start to explain exactly what it is to be a body electrician and exactly what happens when you get this hair sample. All right, kiddos, take it away.
All right. Well, you get the part about being a body electrician.
Right. So our whole view about the body is from a electrical standpoint, kind of like the agriculture that you talk about, right, Linda?
Yep.
Well, it's the same principles, and that we address everything from that standpoint for the health repair, if you will, but also for analysis. We have a bit of technology that we use, so where we're able to, from the hair sample, which is part of your biosphere, your biology, through the central nervous system, everything is connected to everything. So we're able to, from the biological sample, we're able to see informationally what's going on with your body in real time.
So where did this technology come from? How did this first come about? Who uncovered this technology?
Well, it began with Tesla.
Oh, it began with Tesla.
There's a couple of Tesla coils in there, one for sending and one for receiving. It works on the morphogenic field, and it operates on scalar energy, which science itself cannot fully explain right now.
What is a morphogenic field?
That is like the blueprint, the energetic fabric of all that is.
Okay.
The universe.
The information field is another term people use.
Okay.
Where all information is held.
So literally, once I scan your frequency into my machine, you could go to the other side of the universe, and I can update and find out what the state of your health is. There is no time or space that can block this energy because it's the fabric of everything.
So you scan the hair samples and it's going to give you that information.
I then have the frequency of everything that's going on in your body and in your psyche.
Ah,
Like it doesn't read your mind, but it does read the energies that are going on, whether you're depressed or you're happy or you're fearful or whatever, and the effect it has on your body. It's really interesting.
so how long have the two of you been doing this?
With the cyber, 3-4 years now.
Doing with you're talking about just with the technology.
Yeah, yes, with the technology.
So with this particular scan that we're talking about, the cyber scan, that's been since 2016 or 17, and then we've have a bit of other technology that we've been using for 10 years, which is similar. We're reading the body with for the information. We're not looking at hormones. We're not looking at laboratory petri dish items. We're looking at the information, or what's behind the physical.
Yeah, so how it works is there's a library in the machine with either scan, and the library is programmed with the frequency for individual conditions, microbes, like viruses, fungus, parasites, bacteria, conditions in the body. It'll tell us if there's little tumors or anything that's even existing inside of the blood cells. But there's a frequency for everything. And so it challenges the frequency of your body against those frequencies. And the ones that have something going on in your body will trigger it. So that's like a stress level. If they're quietly existing, then nothing is going to, so it's not a diagnostic machine, but it is a molecular look at, just what's going on in here, which systems are affected and what's happening to them.
Well, it's not a diagnostic machine, but it will give you an idea of what's happening in your body. So isn't that really like a diagnosis?
Yes, but we have
by
legal
law.
issues with it.
Oh, not by law. Well,
okay, that's why we can.
We're
only
on
penalize.
iTunes, so I don't think they're going to come after us here on iTunes for our little hair sample. Maybe they will, but let them try.
Yeah, right.
You get popular enough.
Yeah, if you get popular enough, so this would be something that would be really important for people to do right now.
To be proactive about your health, because we see things long before they ever become clinical.
Ah.
Yeah, this is the best prevention ever, in our opinion.
So to start this, to get this going, right, all they would have to do is send in like 25 hair samples, correct?
Well, there's a form to fill out, and they would need to join our private health club.
Now, what is that, the private health club? What is that all about?
Well, there are certain things the government likes to, not necessarily illegal things, but questionable, because, we're pretty much on the fringe.
We're not bound in operating through public law. We are private. And so when you have a private organization, it's under contract. So you're basically saying, yep, you're going to work with us on a private level. We're not sharing any information. We're not advertising. This is all by referral, word of mouth. We really don't do any advertising other than through interviews like this.
So like we live in West Virginia and raw milk is illegal here, but we have found a Mennonite farmer who has a private club, and we have joined his club. And so now we can get raw milk from him because we're part of his membership.
It's a private membership.
It's kind of the same thing, even though there are laws about, whatever treatments or anything questionable. People can go beyond that if they're fully aware and it's their choice. That's part of being an American.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just an extra layer of protection in case the feds don't like what we're doing.
How many people have you scanned so far?
Oh gosh.
Lots, huh?
I've got over 5,000 in one of my folders.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Quite a few. I haven't kept track.
On 5 continents. We've scanned
5 continents. Really?
Yeah,
wow.
We're working with people in Africa, Australia. We've sent scanners to Japan, New Zealand, UK.
So you actually send scanners out?
Well, we used to more than we do now. We have the other technology I was mentioning earlier that we've been using all along. this with the hair sample is kind of overtaking it, just because of what I was explaining earlier about pretty much everybody has a similar thing going on in their body, which is causing all these different symptoms.
Now, do you make recommendation after the scan as to?
Well, we've distilled it down to where we have recommendations now, general recommendation. The scan is really just to prove
Show the evidence.
Yeah, to show the evidence that our theory's been correct for all these years. So it's more the scan we're using as a monitor, just to see what's going on while people are starting down the general protocol that we've put together.
So you guys started this about 3-4 years ago, right?
With this
with this scan, yeah, with this technology. But
how did you find out about this?
I do not know.
You do not know?
I was introduced to a fella in Colorado
Uh-huh.
at an event in 2016 that then shared and got to talk with me about this technology, and then it just kind of started from there.
Gotcha.
I just remember him raving about this machine. We got to get one.
Gotta get one. Is it a large machine, a small machine?
It's not real big. It's over in the other room over there, but it's quite expensive though.
Maybe 12
Yeah.
by 8.
Yeah, it's small like a laptop. It's not
As small as a laptop. That's
A little
incredible.
taller, a little
Yeah, it's a
narrower.
little thicker. It's about 3 inches thick, but it's about the size of a laptop.
And from the time you get the hair sample, about how long will it take before the person would get the information?
That depends on the workload at the time. It's really, it comes in waves.
We have a waiting list right now of about 48 hours. Once we get the sample in, it's 48 to 72 hours before you're going to get your report, because it is pretty time intensive.
There's an interpretation when the scan results come out that takes more time than anything.
Wow, this is just so timely, though, you know, for this particular moment in time, to have this information out there for people. I really hope that they take advantage of it. I know I have my envelope already with the stamp on it. I'm going to the mailbox right away because, you know, I trust you, and I didn't trust
Thank you.
the hospital. I didn't, even though I am taking a blood thinner and I am taking a beta blocker. But my heart
that can be remedied real quick too. So
yeah.
It's necessary.
Right, exactly. But whatever comes out, I'm definitely going to take a look at it. Well, I got to tell you guys, I thank you so much for coming on here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Let me start this up again. You know, some of my listeners are aware of compost tea in a box and the beautiful, beautiful protocol that I've been talking about for quite some time. So this happens to be the same individual people that are producing and manufacturing that item as well. So it's kind of like a one-stop shopping, you know?
Well, you know, we worked with humans for a long time, and we realized that the problems are systemic on the planet. Every form of life suffers pretty much from the same root causes. So we decided to take our human products and develop agriculture products. And that's really what led us into the compost tea and, you know, the other line of things that we offer now.
Well, and I tell you, it's just pretty amazing, the protocol that you've put together, because I mean, I've been doing this myself for close to 30 years, and this is like on the top of the list. This is really makes me very happy every day when I have to stir and sprinkle. That's my joy.
Spray the world.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming on. And I would like to do another podcast after I get the results, so we could discuss that as well. Does that work for you?
Yes, it does.
Yes, thank you.
It does. All right, kiddos. Well, you guys have a great day.
Thank
Okay.
you. Good to
And
be
I'll
with you,
talk to
Linda.
you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Let's see. Let's do this. And do this. All righty. So there you go. Body electrician. What do you think about that? I'm really excited to send in my envelope to Will and Delanne with my 25 hair samples. If you are enjoying this information, please go over to the Mighty Network, seed.farmyard.com. This and lots more information. I tell you, it's jam-packed over there. I've been pumping information in there for about 3 to 4 years. I tell you, you will not be disappointed. But in the meantime, I will catch you on the flip side. And until then, grow healthy people. Yeah.